नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. A very good morning to you all. Myself, JVN Dr. Ravi Jain, Assistant Professor, Department of Practice of Medicine at Faculty of Homeopathic Science in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In today's lecture, I will start with a new chapter of infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are the most common diseases that we encounter in our day-to-day practice. And it affects a lot of people, leading to a great number of morbidity and mortality. Now, what are infectious diseases? Infectious diseases are the disorders that are caused by organisms such as bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites. So these are the disorders that are causing due to bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites. These organisms live in our bodies and under certain conditions causes various kinds of diseases. These may be classified according to the causative organism into various types. So these are the organisms which live in the bodies, and they can be caused by various organisms that lives in our different types of organisms that live in the body. This will help us to learn some of the symptoms of various infectious diseases, their causative organism, their spread, prevention, complication, and management of the same. Now, what are the presentations of infectious diseases? There are different presentations of infectious diseases, which includes fever of unknown origin, that is pyrexia of unknown origin. We have diarrhea, acute or chronic. We can have splenomegaly, eosinophilia, and various types of skin complaints. Now, there are various, as we have already studied, infectious diseases are caused due to the variety of organisms like viral infections. They can be bacterial infections, protozoal infections, infections caused by helminths, parasites, and fungal infections. There are various common symptoms of the infectious diseases. What are the common symptoms of infectious diseases? The common symptoms includes fever, that is the feeling of heat, rigors, that is shivering, excessive sweating, that is night sweats, are characteristic of tuberculosis. We have recurrent fever, many cases like UTI, headache we have in fever, meningitis, pyelonephritis, etc. We have delirium, that is the mental confusion during the fever. We have muscle pain, myalgia, that is characteristic of viral infections or influenza. Now we come to pyrexia or the fever. Fever is responsible, it is the response to cytokinin and acute phase proteins. It is a common manifestation of infections, although it also occurs in other conditions. Pyrexia is characterized by body temperature greater than 38 degrees Celsius and is measured via oral route. It also includes rigors. The other symptoms include night sweat. We have excessive sweating, headache, delirium, and muscle pain. So we have night sweat, excessive sweating, headache, delirium, and muscle pain. Now, what are the various investigations that are needed to be done in the cases of pyrexia? We need to perform the full blood count. We have to do the urea and electrolytes, the liver function test, LFTs. We also have to go for the blood glucose and muscle enzymes. We have to check for ESR and C-reactive protein, autoantibodies including anti-nuclear antibodies, chest X-ray and electrocardiogram, that is ECG. So we have to perform full blood count, urea and electrolytes, liver function test, blood glucose and muscle enzymes. We have to go for ESR and C-reactive protein, CRP. We also have to check for the autoantibodies, including anti-nuclear antibodies. We have to check for chest X-ray and electrocardiogram, that is ECG. The other investigations includes urine analysis and urine culture. We have blood culture. We have throat swab for culture. Other specimen includes the wound swab, sputum culture, stool culture, and malarial films or malaria rapid diagnostic test. So the other investigations include urine analysis of the urine culture, blood culture, throat swab culture, and other specimens like wound swab, sputum culture, stool culture for the microscopy for ova and parasites, malarial films for malarial rapid diagnostic test. Now, what is the management of fever? The general management of fever includes paracetamol, tepid sponging to cool the skin, and replacement of salt and water. There are various homeopathic medicines which are usually prescribed in cases of fever, which includes aconite. In aconite, we have the dry and hot skin, face is red and or pale and red alternatively, intense nervous restlessness, tossing about in agony, and becomes intolerable towards evening and going to sleep. The complaints are caused by exposure to dry, cold air, dry northwest winds, or exposure to the draught of cold air while in perspiration. We have belladonna. Belladonna is associated with hot red skin, flushed face, glaring eyes, throbbing carotids, excited mental state, hyperesthesia of all the senses, delirium, restless sleep, convulsive movements, dryness of mouth and throat with aversion to water. Next, we have glonoine. In the glonoine, if the fever comes from sunstroke and the patient suffer from severe pain. Next, we have brustox, fever by getting wet after wetting in water or rain. Next, we have nux vomica. In nux vomica, the cold stage predominates. The paroxysm anticipate in the morning. There is excessive rigor with blueness of fingernails, aching in the limbs and back, and gastric symptoms. Chili must be covered in every stage of fever. The perspiration is sore, only one side of the body. Chilliness on being uncovered, yet he does not allow being covered. Bryonia, typhoid fever with pulse full, heart tense and quick. The complaints when warm weather sets in after cold days from cold drinks or ice in hot water weather. So this was all about infectious disease introduction and pyrexia. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about pyrexia of unknown origin. This session was powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box and I'll try to resolve it. This was all for today. Thank you very much. We will be meeting in the next lecture tomorrow.